But all right, Joe, let's talk about the hit motion picture Blood Clots. So I was scrolling through Tubi. The
You said YouTube before, and I thought maybe this is like super independent. But okay, Tubi.
okay, so Tubi, my bad. So the image caught my eye. So I was like, all right, let's check this out. So I clicked on it, and then there's like a little boy with sharp teeth, like, oh, I'm the little monster boy or something. So I was just like, huh, it probably spoiled something. And then before I could think of anything else, the trailer started to play. And first of all, no, first of all, the quote. So it says, an outstanding concept. And then some guy, dude, I laughed for a good minute.
That sounds like an insult.
That sounds like an insult, Joe. And so it started to playing, and then it said 7 stories, and I said, oh no.
Hmm.
And then they had just blank black screens, and it said like whatever. It said one word, two word things, whatever. And it was in the font that we used for like the podcast, like the logo. It was that font. And I said, Mios Dios, it's a sign. So I watched this fucking horror anthology, Joe. And this was this was the laziest fucking way possible to make a horror anthology. Hey, let's just get a bunch of shorts that are already made and cobble them together with title cards that says Clot 1 in Roman numerals, Clot 2 in Roman numerals, and it's just a black screen with this exquisite corpse font that we use for the podcast. That being said,
Yeah, it's like the fucking Comic Sans of horror people, you know?
so that being said, it was all right, Joe. Surprisingly, for a horror anthology that's cobbled together and half of it, more than half, is foreign, because these are shorts from all over the world, as long as they're white people. So the first one, I don't remember what all of them are called, but it's about a zombie apocalypse and a lady's trying to hide out. She goes to this bar, zombies break in, and she sees, oh, there's a trap door to a cellar. There's a dead guy in there already, and it's like her just, having to stay down there when zombies are, it's just that very simple thing. It was okay. And then the next one, these aren't in order, but then there's one where it's like British smut peddler. He has this website called European Doggers.
How did he sound?
Oh, mate, come on. The fucking show is called European Doggers. We're going to see all these people go a dogging.
And I guess that shit is like you go off into the woods and fuck, and people watch you fuck. It's called dogging in Europe, I guess. So he's like bringing this lady to go get fucked or watch her get fucked in the woods, and all these people start walking out of their cars and shit. And I'm thinking, oh man, she's gonna turn into a vampire. Nope, she turned into a werewolf. So
With the Dogan, mate.
yeah, oh shit. I didn't even think about that.
It makes sense, bloke.
Oh, it does now. 10 out of 10. So yeah, that was that one. It was okay. And then we had one The Call of Charlie. This is like some upper middle class whites. They're getting ready for a dinner party as they do, getting their cheese boards and shit ready.
I thought it was gonna be Charlie Service calling somebody in the middle of the night. Hey, what's going on, man? You want? But no, go ahead.
So they hear a knock at the door, and it's not the guest they were expecting. It's an old friend who just dropped by unannounced because they're in town for the night. They're just like, "Oh, we got these other people coming." "Oh, it's okay. We go back so far." And the husband who's with the lady who just showed up is like, "Yeah, I'm sorry. I told her we shouldn't have came because it's short notice, blah, 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 blah." So they just fucking stay. And then this Cthulhu headed and armed man comes in. He's wearing like some kind of silicone squid mask or whatever and silicone hands, so he looks like a Cthulhu man. And he's Charlie. And he's being set up on a blind date with a lady from work. But it's really she's gonna be sacrificed to him because it's Cthulhu. It was played for laughs. It was okay. And then, Joe, we have one uh a little kid's watching TV and his mom's just making dinner. It says there's no dialogue in it. And the mom's just kind of like if she's telling we don't know, maybe wash your fucking hands, go get something, dinner's ready. And he sees his ball roll down the stairs. So he goes to get it, and there's a bunch of tentacles coming up behind him. And then you see him walking to his mom with like one of the cut off tentacles, and he's smiling with his teeth. Oh, that's the little monster boy they spoiled. And he just gives the mom the tentacle because, they're eating whatever monster they keep in the basement. It was okay. Yes, this next one called Hellyfish. This one kind of came off like a musical. It's most of it's shot on green screen and it's just CGI jellyfish attacking people. This was probably the lamest one, but again, it was okay. The next one's called Still. It's another zombie one. And those fucking dickheads who paint themselves gold or silver or whatever, and they just stand there like, "Oh, look at me, I'm a fucking statue and shit, mate." Well, what would happen if one of them guys was in a zombie outbreak and they had to stand all still so the zombies would think they were a statue? And it was okay. And the final one was these two guys are going through the woods. They're trying to meet their friends or some shit. I forget, and they stumble upon this house, and this guy's tied up, and this old family's chopping them up and eating them. And he says, "Oh my goblin!" And the old people go, "Oh." So they fucking chase him, kill one of the guys, and it turns out the other guy, he's their long lost grandson.
Hmm.
It was okay. So, Joe, a horror anthology, as lazy as this was made and cobbled together, it was okay.
And we're glad to have reviewed this for the Horophilia Network. As you know, we are their anthology guys. No.
Went back to the roots, Joe.
Yeah, you did. You did, Tom.
But yeah, as someone who stopped watching horror anthologies because every one we got from them to review was terrible.
Yes.
I mean, it was okay. That's a pretty good review from me, but
That's probably a mark of like, yeah, yeah.
I mean, they were well made enough, decent shorts and shit, but they were just picked already made to cobbled. It's just so cheap and lazy. Just a black screen. Clot number 2 in exquisite chords. Get the fuck out of here. But yeah, it's all right. Uh maybe watch it if you want. I can't really recommend it and say, "Oh yeah, you check." I mean, it was fine. It was fine.
Thanks for checking out the show. We hope you dug it, baby. If so, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe and let us know down below. Support Tom and Joe by heading over to DWNProductions.net and FastCustomShirts.com. Until next time,